best part of it was when we went down and we were able to ride along the beach.
He makes us stop, and we are right there on the beach. It's just gorgeous. There's nobody there.
Pure white sand.
White
just
sand.
Gorgeous, gorgeous turquoise water.
And he told us, he came over and he put us all in 4-wheel drive. He grabbed our cameras and did any type of pictures that you wanted to do. And then we went, what would you say, a quarter mile, half mile down the beach. Yeah. And then we turned back and he put us back into regular drive. And then that was pretty much the home stretch. We still went a little ways after we were on the beach.
Because we had to get back to where we started.
Mm-hmm.
But what was it, an hour?
Yeah, it was an hour.
And a half?
It was, I think the riding time was an hour. I think the whole time was an hour and a half between the registration.
Getting your gear on.
Getting your gear.
And driving test and stuff.
That was definitely something I would do again.
It was
definitely that would definitely be something I would do again because that was so much fun.
Yeah.
Welcome, travelers, to Elevated Escapes, a luxury travel podcast hosted by Mike and Kristen Their, a husband and wife team who approach adventures from different perspectives. Mike is all about world-class golf and the best that Disney has to offer, while Kristen's seeking wellness retreats and rich historical and cultural experiences. Together, they're big on high-end cruises, unforgettable destinations, and discovering incredible culinary moments. Join them as they explore the world, one elevated escape at a time. Now, your hosts.
Welcome to episode number 14 of the Elevated Escapes podcast, being recorded in sunny Sarasota, Florida. I'm your host, Mike, joined by my wife and co-host, Kristen. Good afternoon, Kristen.
Good afternoon, Michael. It's not so sunny Florida right now.
It has been. We have been in one of those weather patterns. It's been about 3, 4, 5 days since we've seen sunshine.
It's unfortunate.
Does that make you sad?
It does.
It does.
Yeah, I like the sun.
And you like to go swimming in our swimming pool?
I do. What are we talking about today? The trip continuation?
Yes, we are going to begin part 2 of our Disney cruise.
Okay.
But before we start part 2, we're going to take a little break.
Okay.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Kristen of Luxury Travel Advisors, a husband and wife team.
Dreaming of your next unforgettable getaway? Let us turn those dreams into reality. From magical Disney vacations and luxury cruises to all-inclusive escapes, world-class golf retreats,
and once-in-a-lifetime adventures, we handle every detail so you can simply enjoy the journey. Personalized service, expert planning, and stress-free travel from start to finish. Your next escape starts here.
Contact us today and let your extraordinary vacations begin. All right, we're back from break. I'm Mike, joined by my wife, Kristen. We are going to talk Disney Cruise Line. Where did we leave off? We left off on Monday evening. We were just getting back from Nassau.
Yes.
We went on that excursion where we went snorkeling.
Mm-hmm.
And it was time to go see a show.
It is time to go see a show. We went to see Aladdin, which I was very excited about.
I wasn't necessarily excited about. I guess you informed me that I did fall asleep the one time that we did watch the movie.
The one time that we tried to watch the movie together. I've seen the movie multiple times.
And did we watch that try to watch that in Florida, or was it in Minnesota?
I do not recall.
Okay.
I believe it was in Florida.
Okay. And I just completely dozed off.
You completely conked out, yeah.
Which is interesting because I did like the play that we saw. It was in the Walt Disney Theater.
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about it? Because you're more familiar with musicals. You're obviously more familiar with the movie.
Yeah. So the movie came out when I was in college, actually. And it was a big hit my sophomore year. We used to watch it fairly regularly. My roommate and I, with some of the other people who lived on our floor. For those of you who aren't familiar with the story of Aladdin, he finds a magic lamp and he is gifted 3 wishes by a genie, and it And it goes through this whole, all of his escapades and trying to make a princess fall in love with him. It's a cute story. The movie is fantastic. Robin Williams is the genie, and he is a genius. And I think they really did an amazing job with the musical that they staged on the ship. The show was about an hour.
Yes.
The original movie was an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
The Broadway show is actually 2.5 hours long.
Is that common for a show to be longer than the movie?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to pay to go see a Broadway show, you want an evening's entertainment. So you don't want to just go for an hour or, an hour and a half and call it a day. This is kind of a Disney thing where they've been making the musicals after the movies. So I don't remember what the running time was of Beauty and the Beast, but they kind of flesh it out a little bit more.
Okay.
Which I haven't seen the full Broadway production. I don't know that they really need to do that because the one on the ship was so good. I mean, they told, pretty much the whole story. The stuff that they cut out was, I don't want to say insignificant, but not everybody's favorite parts. So they got all of the good stuff in. But I have to say, I mean, this was the first show that we watched on the ship. We didn't watch any of the shows, the Broadway shows, when we were in Europe.
That's correct.
And what they can do in a theater on a ship, to me, was amazing.
Yes.
I mean, the props, the dancing, the actors, the sets, I mean, everything was just first class.
I agree.
I was really, really impressed. I thought it was maybe going to be a little hokey. And I really thought it was good.
The genie was fantastic.
Genie
And
was
we'll get
amazing.
into he made a cameo again later in another show that we saw that we'll talk about, but he was fantastic, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely stole the show. And I liked that they kind of kept true to the original character from the movie, but they kind of let him ad-lib a little bit. So he would make some quips about, like the cruise line and like more modern things. So
How expensive Disney is.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was excellent. I was very happy.
Yeah, I thought you were going to get bored and be like, and you actually really seemed to enjoy it. So I was happy that you did.
I did enjoy it.
Good.
Then after that, it was kind of chill because that's around 7-ish and we don't have dinner until 8:15. So I forget what we did.
Yeah, I don't remember either, to be honest with
We
you.
probably just watched something in the main lobby area.
Yeah, maybe.
Like we did almost every night.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went to dinner. Dinner was at
Animator's Palette.
Palette. It was average. Didn't we both get steaks and you weren't very thrilled?
Yeah,
It was kind of probably, I'd say, the worst meal that we had
I think so.
on the ship.
Yeah, I was disappointed.
Then after that, we hung out. What's the name of the coffee place? It's on that main lobby. Do you
It's
remember?
not a coffee bar. It's kind of the main bar on the main deck. I guess we were at the Bon Voyage bar.
Yes, the Bon Voyage bar. And I had, I think, just a couple vodka tonics. Was that where did they have a DVC drink?
Yes,
Was that what it was?
They had a special DVC cocktail. I don't remember exactly what was in it, but
Okay.
it was a phenomenal blue color. It looked like the ocean. It was really, really cool.
You liked it.
It wasn't my favorite drink from a taste standpoint. But the presentation was amazing. I know it had champagne in it.
Yeah, because the presentation was at tableside.
Yeah, they poured the champagne in it right at the end. They brought it over, and you just saw the kind of the blue, whatever the blue concoction was that they used at the bottom. It served in a martini glass, so it was at the bottom of the glass. And then they poured the champagne into it, and it just all fizzed up. And it was really a stunning presentation, and the color was awesome. But wasn't my favorite taste wise.
Okay. Yeah, we just chilled there. We were both tired from being out in the sun for a couple hours on the
Mm-hmm.
catamaran and going snorkeling. So we called it a night. It was an early evening. We got up. We're looking at Tuesday now, day 3. And we went to Cabanas and we had our typical breakfast. I had about 7 New York strips. I had sunny side eggs, some coffee. I had coffee in OJ every single day on the ship. And then we had, that was Lookout Cay.
Yes.
And
Disney's newer private island.
yep. So we didn't get off right away, but we got off early enough because we had an early excursion.
We had a 10:30 banana boat reservation.
That's right. We had a 10:30 banana boat. So we went on with a mom and her son,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a frickin' blast, did we not?
It was so much fun. I'd never done anything like that before.
Neither have I.
It was really fun.
The captain really messed with us too. He knew we were having a good time, so he giddy-upped a bit, if you will.
Yeah.
And he was doing donuts, and we were getting wet, and it was fun. The water was gorgeous.
Mhm.
The water temperature was perfect. It was awesome. I mean, that little kid who was sitting in front of me was having so much fun. He kept asking his mom if he could do it again.
Yeah.
And I almost, if she agreed, I was almost going to say, let's just do it again.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so much fun.
It was quick. It was what, half an hour?
Yeah. We're on for, about a half hour.
But it was nice. I mean, you kind of got like a little view of the island out past, where you would normally
Mm-hmm.
visit if you were shore side.
And just to let you know, that walk, everybody's going to say, oh, it's such a long walk. I timed it. It was 11 minutes. It's a little warm. It's not terrible. So don't those YouTubers
I
who
mean,
are...
we're faster walkers, I would say.
But I
We don't
mean,
have kids,
but you
so
have
it
these
could
YouTubers
take 15 to 20 minutes.
who are 25 years old,
Right.
who are much younger than us, and they're complaining about how long it took. So
Yeah. And honestly, the water is so stunning that the walk didn't bother me
it was
at
nice,
all.
wasn't it? We stopped and took a lot of pictures.
Mhm.
Like you said, the water was gorgeous. You can see the beaches off to your right as you're getting off the boat. The banana boat excursion would have been in the bay on your left. But it was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah.
And then we had to get on the tram and then go over to where all the main area is, where the beaches are, because we had a SUV 4-wheeler. ATV.
Yep.
What did I say?
SUV.
An SUV. Go cruising around in a Range Rover.
An Escalade.
Yeah, so we had I just wanted to say SUV again, but we had an RV, an SUV, an ATV. I get all the V's. They mess me up. So
Too many V's.
yeah. So this was okay. So this was concerning because they bring you into, you sign all your waivers. Okay, this is great. They bring you into a parking lot and they say that you have to pass this test. And there's a bunch of cones and they say you have to pass this test or you can't do this. Well, now I'm freaking out. I'm getting nervous. I haven't done a driving test since I got my license. And all I can think about, for those of you who are Brady Bunch fans, when there was an argument between whether Greg or Marsha were the better drivers, and they had to drive around cones, and then they had to come and they put an egg on the top of a cone, and whoever stopped the closest without hitting the egg won. Now, I'm not going to get into it. It was a male and female. The girls were rooting for Marsha. The boys were rooting for
But
Greg.
you're not going to get into it.
But I'm not going to, yes, I'm not going to get into who won. I don't want to disappoint those of you who have not seen that episode. So go on to whatever your streaming device is and search for that. But it was a good episode. Anyways, I was getting nervous because you had to go through these cones, but then you had to back up. You had to back up through these cones without hitting the cones. I got Susie on my back. Not literally, but in the back. And you get a little white knuckle. You get a little nervous, but it was an easy driving test. You would have passed with flying colors, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yep. So we did that, and then it was time to go. And I was second in line. And do you want to talk about what we did on these RVs?
They basically took us all around the island. We went down through like some little wooded paths. We went kind of along the shore a bit where you could see the ship in the distance and the water. He took us to a settlement that was founded by a freed slave. What did he say it was called? Millersville, I
I
believe.
think so.
So we got off the ATVs and we got to go into the ruins of an old church and a school. Really, really cool. And then he took us kind of down a road that was like a neighborhood where some of the native islanders live. And then you had a few close calls with some potholes in the road because some of the roads weren't in the greatest
But
shape.
did you notice how smooth it was? If we were in a car, we would have lost our hubcaps.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, these things obviously are made to go off-roading, but there were a few potholes where I was getting a little nervous, but you go over it, it's like butter.
Yeah.
And the guy who was our tour guide, he was kind of crazy. He was tearing it up. He was having fun. The guy in front of us, he and his wife both ride Harleys. So they were tearing it up. I was tearing it up just a little bit. I
was trying to keep up.
I was trying, but I was also a little cautious.
Yeah. Well, you also knew that if you threw me off, you weren't going to hear the end of it.
I was looking for a horn, which unfortunately I couldn't find.
But the best part of it was when we went down and we were able to ride along the beach.
He makes us stop, and we are right there on the beach. It's just gorgeous. There's nobody there.
Pure white sand.
White
just
sand.
Gorgeous, gorgeous turquoise water.
And he told us, he came over and he put us all in 4-wheel drive. He grabbed our cameras and did any type of pictures that you wanted to do. And then we went, what would you say, a quarter mile, half mile down the beach.
Yeah.
And then we turned back and he put us back into regular drive. And then that was pretty much the home stretch. We still went a little ways after
yeah.
we were on the beach.
Because we had to get back to where we started.
Mm-hmm.
But what was it, an hour?
Yeah, it was an hour.
And a half?
It was, I think the riding time was an hour. I think the whole time was an hour and a half between the registration.
Getting your gear on.
Getting your gear.
The driving test and stuff.
That was definitely something I would do again.
It was
definitely that would definitely be something I would do again because that was so much fun.
Yeah.
And you were okay not driving?
I was fine not
driving. Would you want to drive next time? Or are you cool?
No, I liked being able to just kind of look around.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't want to tear it up though?
Not really. No, I was looking at like the different plants and everything and flowers.
As Susie does.
As Susie does.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that was it. It was time to we're basically right at the adults beach. So we went in, we grabbed lunch, and the food was phenomenal.
The food was very good.
I had a ribeye, and it's made to order. They asked me how I wanted it. Then they give you a number, ask you where you're going to be sitting. Filled up our water cups. What did they have?
They had all kinds of stuff. I think I had a chicken sandwich, maybe, which was very good.
I think I got that because it was a spicy chicken.
Mm-hmm.
It was a spicy chicken, not quite as good as what you're going to get at Chick-fil-A, but it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
They had coleslaw, all sorts of toppings. They had beans. They had pulled pork. They had
rice.
Hamburgers, hot dogs.
They had some plant-based options.
Yeah, but it was good. It was fresh. I thought the food was fantastic for what you were going to get. A quick service on an island.
Mm-hmm.
I had low expectations, and they exceeded my expectations.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the food was really good. I loved the beach.
Yeah, the beach was great.
We immediately found Chase Lounges with an umbrella, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
We went in, and right away, the mayor starts talking to a family. It was a father and son, and From Texas, they had been on a number of Disney cruises. They were telling me why they like Disney over other cruise lines. We hung out with them for a while. We saw actually a stingray. Susie got out, and there's a guy. He rides his what do you call it? It's not a water sprite, a jet ski, just to make sure everybody are inside the buoys. And there was a stingray, and he got really close. So the guy on the what do we call that again?
Jet ski.
On a jet ski. It's not an SUV. This is a jet ski. Now we're talking. Now our marine ways to get around. So he was just kind of splashing it because he didn't want the stingray to get too close to us. So the stingray finally went out to sea. He went back out to sea. We hung out. What would you say? Maybe an hour on the beach, on the adult beach?
Yeah, somewhere around there, maybe a little longer.
Then
it was hot.
It was hot. It wasn't. They said it wasn't as humid as it has been because I was surprised. It wasn't too bad. It was. I don't know. You're a lot further south, so the sun was a lot stronger. But it wasn't. It was Florida warm. It wasn't terrible. Water temperature was great. We did some shopping, of course.
Yes.
I got some T-shirts and some water shirts that I did not need. Did you get anything on that? Or I
got a water shirt.
You got a water shirt.
And I got a T-shirt too, actually.
You did. I couldn't find a T-shirt, unfortunately. The two that I liked, they didn't have any in my size. Then we headed back. What was that? What was the whole theming? There was a little boy who was talking on the way in and on the way out. Do you remember what they were talking about? It was a little story.
It was, I believe, a lizard and a crab.
Okay.
And they were just talking about kind of the ecosystem of the island and that sort of thing.
Okay.
It was cute.
No, that was...
The thing that stands out to me was the fact that they like rotting fruit for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason, the kid wanted rotted fruit. Or the crab or whatever the heck the kid was talking about. They both
said they liked rotting fruit.
Yeah.
So
I don't understand that backstory. I'll have to do a little bit of research on that. And then we got back on the boat. We took showers. And then we went down to see another show.
We did. We went to see Kid A, the magician.
Kid Ace.
Sorry.
He was freaking fantastic. This was one of my favorite shows because as much as I like the Broadway shows, this was a lot of the stuff he did. He does a lot of card tricks,
mentalism,
illusions.
Stuff.
He was just brought a lot of people, a lot of kids, a lot of people from stage.
Yeah, very interactive.
Oh my God, he was so freaking good, wasn't he?
But this is your thing anyway. Like, you love magicians.
Ever since I was a little kid.
I was a little more reluctant. I was like, I don't know about this, but he was great.
I saw Blackstone back when I was a kid at the Providence Performing Arts Center back in the 80s. So I've always liked magic. Like I said, he was good. He was really, really good. And then he was promoting the next day. He was going to do a half-hour show where he showed you how to do some of his tricks, and then he was going to be performing in the one of the adults only areas. So after we saw Kid Ace, we went to dinner, and we were in the
Animator's Palette again.
Dinner there was good this time.
It was okay.
It was just okay?
It was okay.
That's not one of your favorite restaurants,
I don't really care. It's my least favorite of the three rotational dining restaurants.
Rotational. I would have to say that mine too. So we had dinner. Do we do anything after that? It
was Pirate Night.
Oh, how do you not forget Pirate Night? And you know what's nice?
What?
How our room attendant leaves you the stuff for Pirate Night. So we had bandanas because some people, they get all decked out.
Right.
That's not me. I'm not into pirates. I'm not into any of that.
We're not really
stuff.
Big costume people.
No. So they left us bandanas. I put it on my head back like when we thought we were cool back in the 90s. We used to wear the bandanas around our head. What did you wear it around your neck? You were trying to look a little stylish, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
You wanted to throw a little style into it where I just didn't care. I put it on the top of my melon. Pirate Night is fun, though, because I do love that show.
It's a good show.
They do an amazing job, and that is on deck 10. I think we stayed on deck 10 or 11, wherever their main pool area is where you can get the quick service and the ice cream. Again. So we went up top, little better viewing area if you don't want to dance and interact, which we really didn't have an interest in doing. But that show, and we were on the same side for both times that we did Pirates Night 2 years ago. In the Mediterranean, and then this time in the Caribbean. But it's a great show. They do fireworks.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's really fun. And then I think after that, I think we might have went and hit one of the bars or whatever.
We
I'm
went
not
to the
sure.
Skyline Bar.
We went to the Skyline Bar,
Mm-hmm.
which the theming in there is awesome. It's quiet. It's chill.
It's dark.
It's dark. There's not a lot of people in there. I think you just had one drink and then that was it.
Yeah, I had a martini and it was something with pear and ginger, and I was excited, but the ginger was really overpowering.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I didn't care for it as much as I thought I was going to.
Okay.
But the theming is they show the skyline of, 6 different cities,
Mm-hmm.
and it rotates through. So it's every 10 to
10,
15 minutes. But then they play music from
yeah.
that city.
So they had, I don't know them verbatim, but I know they had Paris. They had Barcelona. They had London. They had Athens.
Mm-hmm.
Did they have any in the United States? I don't remember.
I don't believe so.
Okay. Yeah, I believe that there were 6 cities.
So it does say that they have signature cocktails inspired by the cities as well.
Okay, that's interesting.
Paris, London, Barcelona, Athens, Florence, Budapest, and St. Petersburg.
Florence, that's right. How did we miss Florence?
Yeah, I don't know.
Remember, we thought it was something else, and then you look and you're like, yeah, that's the church that we're standing right next to. That's the church that we
Florence,
had.
not Rome.
Besteca. Yes, exactly. All right, good intel. That is interesting about the drinks. I did not know that.
Yeah. But the service wasn't the best. And I would say the service wasn't the best at the other bar.
The Irish bar?
No, the Bon Voyage bar. It took us a while to get service.
Mm-hmm.
Once we got service, it was very good, but it took us a while to get service.
Mm-hmm. And I wonder about that one, if there's just so many people who sit at those tables and don't
want to
anything.
drink, maybe.
Because all the bar stools were open.
But I had been standing over there for a while
That's
waiting
true.
for a
That's
drink.
right. I forgot about that. Yep.
And then I went over and sat down with you.
Yep.
And that was pretty much it for that night.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
And then should we maybe call it a day, and then we'll talk about our C Day?
We'll talk about C Day, and then we will talk about one of the best Castaway, and then one of the best dinners we've ever had.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we can wrap it up. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Travel M&K. Our YouTube is Travel with Mike and Kristen. All of our social media links will be in the show notes, and join our Facebook group, Travel with Mike and Kristen. For my co-host Kristen, I'm Mike. Thanks for listening. We'll talk again next week.
Safe travels.